Hello YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. First of all, Happy New Year. Today is the first day of the 2026. I hope you all having a great start to the year and that 2025 brings you a lot of happiness, good health, and more nice keyboards. And recently I received a new email from a customer and he said, I watched your video where you modded the original ROG Azoth and I really like it. I just bought a new Azoth X. Could you do a review and tell me whether the new one still need to be modded? Honestly, it's a really good question. I think ROG did a lot of changes with their new models. I reviewed it extremely before and I really don't think you need to change anything because it's already a very expensive keyboard. But to be honest, I haven't tried the Azoth X, so it was a little bit hard to give the idea about the Azoth X. But luckily, Asus also watched my previous modding video, so they decided to send me the Azoth X to check out. So here it is, the brand new Azoth X. I think this is the clicky version, but I prefer the inactive snow one better. So in today's video, we are going to take a look at the Azoth X together and see whether it is still benefit from the modding or is already good enough out of the box. By the way, I also brought the full modded original Azoth here, so later on we can compare the final result as well. Before we start, I just want to make clear that this video was not sent to the Asus for review or approval before I upload it. So everything you hear today is simply my own experience. Now is the big questions a lot of people are probably have this. What is the real difference between the original Azoth and the X? And more importantly, if you already own the original one, is it worth upgrading? From the outside, the two keyboards actually looks very similar, but this time the Azoth X also comes with the pure white version, and the keycaps is manufactured by the Keycaps, which is the version that I have today. Now the original one, the stock keycaps became shiny very quickly, especially the WSAD and the spacebar. And these new keycaps are made from the PBT material, which is much more resistant to shiny, and they should last a lot longer. In terms of the feel, the Keycaps keycaps have always looked quite nice to type on, but this set is using the KOI profile. If you're used to the cherry profile, you might need a little time to adjust. The top case is still aluminum, and I think it is e-coating finished. And the bottom case is still the plastic, so when it comes to typing sound, whether the keyboard feels clean or hollow really depends on how well the internal structure is done. So let's talk about the internal structure. The X is still using the silicone gasket mount, similar to the original one, but the plated material has changed to the FR4, which adds a little bit more flex and the softness to the typing feel. And you know what? Finally, the RGB lights are south-facing now. Well, Asus, you finally did it. This means much better keycap compatibility and also the nicer looking RGB glow on the many keycaps. The unit I received comes with the Storm clicky switches. I've not daily driven clicky switches for a very long time, but these ones are actually quite clean. If you like the clicky switches, and with a 65-gram bottom mount force, they're definitely better suited for the heavy typers. But still, they're not my cup of tea. It's just personal preference, but if you like the clicky switches, this is definitely for you. Another big advantage of the Azoth series, their wireless performance honestly never disappoints. It supports wired, Bluetooth, and 2.4G, and the performance feels extremely stable. The letter C is basically unnoiseable in normal use or gaming. And another big point is the battery life. Azoth claimed up to 1,600 hours, which honestly sounds crazy, and I have the real example. So this full modded Azoth is sitting in our store as a demo since the day we are open, which is now about 4 months ago. We haven't charged it even once, and it is still alive. For gaming, the Azoth X now just supports SOCD, which basically means it can handle the conflict directional input properly. Something that can be really useful for the FPS games and other competitive games. So yeah, this keyboard is definitely more than just a pretty face. From the typing sound test, you can feel that the new internal materials in the Azoth X make the sound a little bit cleaner and more focused. And there's also a little bit more softness in the typing feel, but only to a certain point. Still, compared to the original Azoth, it's definitely more comfortable to type on. Now for the next step, I'm going to swap all the switches to our superstar Cheese V2. In my previous video, I used the Cheese V1. Both are pretty clacky and poppy switches. So let's take a listen and see how the combination works. Well, from the sound test, you can already hear that just swiping the switches, the Azoth X has a really good typing sound. That also improved the Asus has a really solid job with the internal structure on this keyboard. If we go one step further and full modded keyboard, will the sound improve even more? Well, let's find out. So now, this is my full modded Azoth X. I replaced all the internal forms and also swapped the plate to the palm plate. And for the keycaps, I'm using the latest project from the Keycaps ROG X. And for the switches, I prepared 2 switches. One is the Cheese V2, clacky and poppy, and Blue Cheese V2, smoother and creamy typing sound. Now I'm going to play all the sound tests side by side, and please wear your headphones. So which one do you personally like the most? For me, I'm still slightly prefer the full modded Azoth X, but honestly, even the stock one is already sound very good. I truly believe someone will have their own preference. There's no right or wrong here, it's just about your enjoy. But overall, I do feel the stock Azoth X is already good enough for most people, and you don't really need to mod it. So the last question is worth to upgrading? Well, my personal thoughts is if you have never owned a gaming keyboard, then the Azoth X will already cover almost everything you need. If you already own an original one, and if you're not very picky to sound and you're not a heavy gamer, you don't really need to upgrade. If you mainly play the FPS games, I think the Azoth X is one of your choice because Azoth CD supports can really help the competitive gameplay. If you want a better typing sound, you're not a clicky switch lover, and your budget is limited, then I would recommend you to get the X2 version or even just changing the switches. But if you are someone who seriously chases the typing sound quality, and then yes, the fully modded will give you the best result. But the gaming keyboards are getting better and better, and they're definitely an important tool for gamers. But at the end of the day, a keyboard is still just a tool. The most important things will always be your own practice and the skill improvement. So try not to chase the gear blindly and forget the real goal. Finally, I want to thank for the customer who emailed me with the great question, and also thanks for the Asus for supporting this video. If you have anything else you would like to know, and feel free to leave the comment below. I will try my best to explore the things that you're really curious about. Once again, Happy New Year. I wish you all health and happy year ahead. See you in the next video.